Hi everyone, my name is Shivani and welcome back to Astro Chit Chat. On Astro Chit Chat, we talk about Vedic astrology. Our topic for today is the 12 houses of the birth chart or the 12 houses of the birth chart in Vedic astrology. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to briefly make you understand the 12 houses by using keywords associated with each houses, because we don't have much time to record all the houses in detail right now. So I will record all the houses in brief for now, and then in later videos we will discuss them separately with respect to each house in detail. So let's begin with the first house. The first house represents yourself. The first house represents your personality. The first house represents your temper, your ego, and what the world perceives of you. Now, there is a small concept which you have to understand: how the foundation or the map of your birth chart is laid out. You have to understand that how the first house becomes the rising. Now, what is the rising? At the time of somebody's birth, the zodiac sign which is rising on the eastern horizon, that becomes the rising of that particular individual. So, for example, if I am born at the time when the zodiac sign which was rising on the eastern horizon was Gemini, so my rising or my ascendant becomes Gemini. The first house will have the sign of Gemini. The second house will have the sign of Cancer. The third house will have the sign of Leo, and so on. Serially, I have already explained you how zodiac sign follows from Aries to Pisces. The original house of first house is of Aries, so the qualities of Aries will also be represented by the first house. So as I said, the first house represents your personality, you as an individual, your appearance, how you look, your temper, your ego, your self-esteem, everything. So for example, if there's a planet like Mars sitting in the first house, the qualities of first house will be altered, and the qualities of Mars and the qualities of the first house will be mixed together, and that's how the first house will interpret for you as an individual. Let's move on to the second house. The second house of the birth chart represents the wealth accumulated in your life, the finances, the money you have earned, the potential you have to earn and accumulate wealth is seen from your second house. Also, speech, a person's speech or the tone of voice is also seen through the second house. What is the third house? Third house represents your siblings. Third house represents your creativity. Third house also represents you, your communication and mediums of communication such as media, telephone, television, etc. That's what third house is in brief. Let's talk about the fourth house. The fourth house represents your mother. The fourth house represents real estate. The fourth house represents land. So all the things which are associated with fourth house are all such as real estate, land, your relationship with your mother, how your mother will be, how your mother will bring you up, etc. and etc. Now let's move on to the fifth house. The keywords that are associated with the fifth house are basically the main house of your birth chart, which are related, which is respect to children, is seen from the fifth house. The fifth house also shows creativity. The fifth house also shows your earlier education in your life, your childhood education perhaps. Also, fifth house shows your luck and your luck in gambling. Your luck in investments is also seen from the fifth house. Let's move on to the sixth house. The sixth house represents your enemies, your debts in finances, your diseases, the diseases which you have or the diseases which you might be prone to can be seen from the sixth house. Your day-to-day life, your office life, or if you're an actor, your acting life, if you're a television artist, your television artist life, any kind of your day-to-day life is seen from the sixth house. Your ability to fight with enemies is also seen from the sixth house. Now let's move on to the seventh house. The house which is opposite the first house is the seventh house. When you see the birth chart, I will make a birth chart for you in my next video, as this is a very short video. In the next video, I will draw a birth chart for you as an example, and we will read and interpret the birth chart. The opposite house, the house opposite the first house, is the seventh house. So the first house is called as the ascendant, the seventh house is called as the descendant. So you, except you, everybody else becomes your seventh house. A very simple explanation to the seventh house is you, except you, everybody becomes your seventh house. The seventh house is also represented for your partner, represented for your business partnerships, or any kind of partnership is seen from the seventh house. The potential to have a partnership and to see the success of that partnership is seen from the seventh house again. So seventh house is also a very important house in your birth chart. Actually, the first house, fourth house, seventh house and 10th house, these are called as the Kendra houses. Kendra means center. So the Kendra houses are basically the pillars of your birth chart, the pillars of your life. Now let's move on to the next house, which is the 8th house. The 8th house represents sudden transformations. Sudden lottery is one of the examples. Sudden accident is one of the examples, positive and negative. Your longevity of life is also seen from the 8th house. 8th house is also the house of hidden secrets. 8th house is the house of occult, even astrology. That's all, I guess. 9th house is the house of religion. 9th house is the house of long journeys. 9th house is also seen as the house of your long journeys and up to some extent your settlement, foreign settlement. When you have to check philosophy and when you have to check the potential for philosophy in a person or in a person's chart, the 9th house is inspected. Here comes another main house, which is the 10th house of Vedic astrology. The 10th house is very important because it shows your career and the journey of your career. So if Venus is positioned in your 10th house, women-centric career choices are very much present in your birth chart. If Jupiter is present, say something like teaching is a part of your career, etc. And we'll talk about all that in detail later. Then comes the 11th house. 11th house shows your social circle, your friends and your incomes and your gains. It also shows up to some extent your luck and your potential to attract any positivity or your potential to attract any sort of positive gains in your life. The last house is the 12th house. The 12th house represents isolation. The 12th house represents isolated places such as hospitals, such as jails, etc. It also represents foreign settlement. 12th house represents foreign settlement and 12th house represents salvation. So your ability to achieve salvation in this life or next life can be seen through the 12th house of your birth chart. This was all which I wanted to discuss very briefly and simply to you all. I hope you have understood the houses in the birth chart in a very simplified manner. We will talk about these houses in detail in the further videos, and I will make separate videos for each houses so that you understand better. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and please give me a thumbs up if you've liked the video. Thank you so much. Namaste.